And we are live. Hey everyone, my name is Prince, and welcome back to The Sims 4. I'm so sorry I'm late. I had dinner really later than I should have done. Oh. But we're here now. Yeah. It's actually not that warm today. Yeah. In comparison. Ugh. Ugh. But we're here. And I will now send out the notifs. But, yes, we are back for the weekly stream making Le Characters de Max Steel in The Sims 4. That was not, like, good. Oh, wow, did I not? Hold on. Oh, no, I did. I just thought I didn't send out the notifs, for the last stream I did on Friday, but I did. Oh, can you just remember? I swear to God, the clipboard on my fucking computer is so fucking useless. You take, like, 2 fucking screenshots and it immediately forgets what you copied, like, 2 minutes ago. Fucking hell. Useless. I swear to God. But, we're carrying on from where we left off, obviously, last week. With, designing Max's friends. Obviously, Sydney, Kirby, Butch. Funnily enough, we started, like, doing Kirby, or, you know, what was meant to be Kirby, and then we just sort of changed it into Butch because we thought it looked more like Butch. Oh, is it for you, Boogie? Nice. Right. Let's get straight into this, then. No thanks. Right, oh, yeah, I gotta check real quick. Has it fucked up my library this week? Has it? No! Okay, maybe it's actually starting to learn. Right, so this was the, that we made Sydney last week. She actually, on reflection, she actually doesn't look that bad. Like, I can look at that and tell it's Sydney, but this was our work in progress, Butch. So let's, get back to it, I guess. Gimme, oh yeah, I was gonna say, give me some images of Butch, but, hair in my mouth. Yeah. I remember that the Butch gallery is like, oh yeah, Butch doesn't even have a gallery. Yeah, that's right. So I'm having to actually look at episodes to get pictures of Butch. Oh yeah, and I remember I, like, couldn't get his skin color right. I was really struggling with that. Right, yeah, my best friend is an Ultralink. Also, hello, Boogie. Last question, Dragon. I'm sorry. I usually do like say hi to everyone. I'm just off my game. Right. Yeah. So this is a good one because it's like the one. There we go. It's like the one episode where Butch like actually smiles. Right. Let's get back to it, shall we? Yeah, I think I nailed the skin color with this one. His hair, again, really struggling with. His face, he's actually got quite a filled out face. Yeah, okay. I remember I did his nose already. His eyebrows, I'm pretty sure I, like, legit could not get right. I say, lessen the fucking scowl on those eyebrows. Maybe lower them down a bit. They just look a bit weird. I don't know. I don't know what, like, anything is in The Sims anymore. This series is just, like, you know, giving me such new perspectives. Okay, what is it saying accessories for? He doesn't have anything. Right, I'm gonna give hair another breeze over. Yeah. Oh, what about it, Dragon? Thought it was pretty cool. Okay, definitely not. I feel like this is the closest we're gonna get. I haven't even had time to check the comments on that video, but I'm glad it's doing, well. Yeah, I definitely think that's better out of those two. I don't think there's any others that are even close. Hmm. Yeah, I think that's... Yeah, that's the best we're gonna get. Oh, yeah, it would be kind of funny, like, sort of a modern take on that episode. It would be actually quite cool to have, like, a bunch of streamers, be part of that. Now I want to see, like, a bunch of streamers in the Max Steel, like, art style. I want to see, like, Jay Schlatt, Dan TDM, like, 8-Bit Ryan, Jacksepticeye, like, Markiplier. I want to see everyone in that art style. That'd be quite funny. I don't know, Boogie. I mean, like, it's not shown in the episode. I mean, he probably... I don't think he did anything with it. Like, what would he do with it? Just a dead Ultralink corpse. Ow. Yeah. Well, yeah, but again, Dragon, it's just one person doing it. And, you know, that would have been quite complex to do. And again, I think it's more like personal and almost graphic just to show a single dinosaur. Yeah, I don't know what that is, Vasquez. But yeah, like, again, I think it's like a bit more, you know, as opposed to showing like herds of dinosaurs, like showing one dinosaur and really zooming in on like the terror it was feeling, you know. I think that's for the sort of darker vibe, that's a lot better. Okay, is that, are we set? Oh, hold on, yeah, I gotta do something about the mouth. I think it needs to be wider and less. I swear to God, I can never get the mouths right, no matter what I do. Okay, that's alright. I think I'll go with that. Butcher's a hard one to get right, I think. It's probably the hair. Again, the hair is such a big thing about, like, getting the look right. So, yeah, it's definitely, I think it's definitely a bit darker. Yeah, it's definitely, like, this is sort of Max's hair color. It's definitely darker than that. Ugh. But I don't know if that's too dark. It's like dark as that in places, but not entirely. I hate summer. Yeah, to me that just doesn't really look right. It looks a bit too dark. Again, it's probably just because it's the, like, not exactly the right hairstyle, but the right hairstyle just doesn't exist in The Sims by default. Ah. But, Oh, fucking hell. Whacked my phone. Ah. Yeah. Ugh. Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that one. It's not too dark. Yeah, Boogie, love summer. Right. For his regular attire, I think this should be quite easy to find, because I'm pretty sure I have seen, like, I don't know even what to call it, like a shirt, like a jumper. I think it is a shirt, that looks basically like what Butch wears. That's pretty similar. I'd just shove him in that, honestly. Well, Dragon, that's a bit too off topic, and again, a bit too, you know, off topic from the stream and self-promotion-y a little bit. I swear I've seen something that looks pretty much identical. That's pretty close, but that's a... That's alright. Oh, that's sort of similar, but again, it's a button up. Again, same with that, but it's the texture's fucking weird. Damn, I really thought this would be an easy one. Why couldn't it have just been that color? Yeah. 2013 Boogie, you can see it on Max's driving license. I mean, most shows do take place in like, at least from the start, they do take place in the year they were made. Actually, I think, the first year of, the first year of Max Steel is actually, it takes place in 2012. Came out in 2013. Oh, fucking hell. Why is it not muted? Yeah. So Driven, assuming that he got his license on the day that it's valid from, which I feel like is a pretty safe assumption, the Driven takes place on the 21st of, July 2012, so yeah, the majority of... I guess that probably the majority of the series actually takes place in 2012. Yeah, I really thought Butch would be an easy one, but... apparently not. So the Journey to Batu stuff, don't want to use that. Again, it's like, that's similar. But it's like, you know, gives you a whole different vibe. It's like something your fucking grandma would wear. Oh my goodness me. No. No. Yeah, I mean, again, they had, like, I've talked about this before, like, they had, you know, they had all that stuff back when back when Max was born, and that was 1995, I think. Like, they had the fucking Turbo Star in 95. So it's like, you know, and obviously, you know, Jim probably helped a lot with that, with his knowledge of technology and stuff, but probably not that much. What do you mean, Dragon? What do you mean it looked different in the remake? What remake? God, I really thought that we were gonna be able to get... It's literally basically just this, but yellow. Really wish Sims 4 hadn't fucked up all my mods. Really thought this one was going to be a slam dunk. It's like, why can't this just be yellow? Why are there so, like, few fucking colors? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's great. Let's go, like, this hideous... That is horrendous. Let's go with this hideous-looking thing instead of just going with the fucking primary colors. Come on. Okay, that's... I mean, that's kind of similar, but it's like, it needs to show... It needs to be a shirt. It's meant to show off his muscles. It's really not that complex of an outfit that he wears. That's what annoys me. It's like such a basic outfit, and it's just like, I can't even get anywhere fucking close to it. Are you kidding me? Such an unbelievably basic outfit. I can't really even get close to it. Yeah, that's in season 5, Dragon. And why? Because I don't fucking know. Nothing in season 5 had logic to it. So it's pointless trying to explain it. Why is that so oversized? This is Forge plus size right here. This is like, how fucking massive do you have to be to fill up this shirt? Because, like, Forge is at max, like, muckle, and that is horrendously oversized for him. It's like, why do we only have 4 fucking colors for this? Red, black, grey, and white. Seriously, just give me a fucking color slider. Oh my god, and if this was fucking yellow, then that would be perfect. Well, not perfect, but fucking better. Of course they've got every colour under the sun and not yellow. Red and orange and green. Fucking hell. Well, no, because the Max Steel that we know is a reboot of the original show from the 2000s. Also, New World's not really a reboot, it's a spin-off. There's a difference. An arguably better spin-off, and I'd say as well. I've still got to make that video. I want to make a video arguing why I personally believe that a lot of New World is actually better than Primeval. Another one of my infinite hot takes, but, you know. It's why you guys subscribe to me. And because I never shut the fuck up. Okay, I cannot believe that this is... again, of all the ones that we had to do, I was not expecting this one to be even remotely difficult. I was certain that we were going to find, like, a slam dunk match for this one, but it's not even a slam dunk. I can't even find anything even remotely close. Looks like he works at fucking IKEA wearing this. Not that that's anything to frown upon. I'd love to work at IKEA. Be the best place in the world to work at. Yeah, you don't need to tell me, Dragon. I have a picture of Butch up. Yeah, I do. I was gonna say, like, it's a bit of a pot shot to talk about, like, the designs and stuff, but, then again, there's a difference. I always say that, like, the creatures look better in all regards in New World, but that's primarily due to the fact that, it was just made, for one, it's American, and sort of American shows, I guess, generally have higher budgets because it's America. I don't have that information to hand. I don't think they ever actually released how much budget New World had. Primeval didn't have a small budget by any regards, but, like, the animation and everything in New World was just so much better. And what really sold it is that, they blended the shots so much more often in New World, like, with both the actual actors and the CGI creatures. Like, you'll notice in Primeval, a lot of the time in Season 4 and 5, because that was a lot lower quality, that it's sort of very rare for them to feature, like, the main characters and the creatures in the same shot and have them, like, interacting. It's mainly just a bunch of jump cuts between, like, the creature, the characters, the creature, the characters. Whereas in New World, a lot of the time it's, like, the creatures and the characters are always in the same shot, and it's flawless, and that gives it a lot, a very big quality boost. And the animation and the CGI just looks better in general, but the actual designs themselves, the Primeval ones a lot of the time are a lot more unique, but I do prefer the way that a lot of, the New World ones look better a lot of the time, because I feel like a lot of the time, and again, the animation and the repeated shots and the slightly worse quality doesn't help, but a lot of the time I feel like the Primeval designs are a little bit too stylized. Like, with, like, I really like the Spinosaurus design from Season 4. Like, that was a really cool and unique looking Spino. But at the same time, I just feel like generally it was a little bit too stylized. Just in terms of the way it looked. It just looked a bit weird. It was good weird, like, it was a very unique design, and I like the design, but from a aspect of, you know, not even paleo accuracy, just sort of looking at it in general, it just looks a bit off. I'm not sure, Boogie. Again, I can't really give release dates for videos because I just don't know. I'm working on a lot of different stuff at the minute. I'm trying to step back into Dinosaur King a little bit. I want to do some Ben 10 videos pretty soon. Yeah. You know, it'll be out at some point along with everything else. Yeah, that's a decent thing to comment on, Dragon. Again, it depends. Again, like there are a lot of things that I like. The Primeval New World, you know, a lot of things that appeal to me, and I also think there are a lot of things that Primeval New World does factually better. Again, that's always something I encourage you guys to, you know, always think about. There is a big difference between, you know, you liking something more than something else, and something being factually better than something else. Like, I think, you know, Primeval New World factually has better animation and higher quality for creature, sort of cinematography, than Primeval does. Whereas, you know, the creature designs, that's a subjective thing. Like, you could like the Primeval designs because they're more unique and iconic, or you could like the New World designs because they're more, you know, they're more realistic and sort of grounded. But, you know, that's opinion-based, whereas the animation thing, that's something that is pretty much factual, that New World did it better. Hey, Ma. I don't know, Dragon. I think they're probably around the same size. Okay, I'm really getting annoyed at the fact that I can't find anything even remotely similar to what he wears. Are you kidding me? Why is this so difficult? Just a damn shirt, a damn yellow shirt. Why is that so difficult to find? Ugh. The what, Ma? No, I've not heard anything about this. What is this? The Brixton minifig scandal. What? Fucking hell, the Wikipedia article was edited 34 minutes ago. Okay. Alright, something to do with YouTube. Okay. YouTube drama. A man concerned his father's leg is off to help cover a medical situation. Explicitly allowed, and the store owner involved was planning on moving overseas, so they were looking for a solution that was fair for this man. Corporate takes over the store, seizes the assets. Consignment means they do not legally own what is consigned. Instead, it retains ownership to the original owner until it is sold. Okay. Okay, so someone makes a video on it, and then Bricks and Minifigs escalates it to try and have him arrested. The dude who made the video takes to the court and wins. Okay. Companies. I'm arrested. What? On false drug charges? And the police dislocating his arm intentionally? What? Oh, Moist Critical jumps on it. And the CEO goes on live stream, both with equally insane tactics to divert criticism. Fucking hell. Yeah, they're tied directly to the Church of Latter-day Saints, and they're acting to protect their own. Fuck me. The Mormons are acting like a mafia over Lego. That is the summary of that. That is fucking wild. What fucking world are we living in when this is actually a thing? This is fucking ridiculous. Fuck me. Well, thank you for, I guess, enlightening me about that, Ma. Fucking hell. What in the piss? Okay, I gotta pick something at this point, but again, I'm just not even fucking finding anything. No, excuse me. Butcher's gonna be a rough one. Like, how fucking desperate are we getting when this is the best we can do? This looks nothing like what he's wearing. I'm gonna go with that. That's the closest I can get. Right, let's have a look at his jeans. Okay, they're pretty standard. Guarantee you there'll be some bullshit where I can't find a good set of jeans to give him to. Well, at least the CEO of fucking Patreon is like, on their side. Yes, you are, Boogie. I really don't think it does, personally. Yeah, I like me some Lego. But I assume that's like, yeah, bricks and minifigs, I'm guessing, yeah, it's not, like, directly linked to, to like Lego. It's like a retailer that sells a lot of Lego. I think. Yeah, Bricks and Minifigs is an American retail franchise that focused on buying, selling, and trading new and used. Okay, trading new and used Lego products. Okay, so it's not directly linked to Lego. Okay, that sort of makes me feel better because I don't I'd be kind of sad if it was like Lego themselves that were doing this. Lego, like, I would have thought Lego would want to respond to this sort of stuff, but I don't know if they have. Yeah, on June that's today. Announced that Bricks and Minifigs had sent them a legal notice to shut down the Patreon account. And stated that the account would not be taken down after an extensive review and investigation. Yeah, I don't think so. Fucking pieces of wank. What the fuck is wrong with people? Disgusting. Like, what the actual genuine fuck is wrong with people? Okay, we got a lot of fucking colors here. Alright, that looks pretty good. And as for shoes, they're basically just like white trainers. Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea to incorporate that as one of the outfits, Dragon. I'm not sure, I'm not sure which one I would do that for, though. Nah, I don't think there's any that it would really fit in. And I didn't do that for, like, Sydney. Okay, yeah, just need pure white trainers. There we go. Yeah, we're really struggling for Butch, but it's the best I got. Now, once again, I'm having to to look at the episode I dread. Ugh, reprogrammed. I'm almost looking forward to In Max Steel Rewatched when I eventually get round to reviewing that episode, because it's gonna be so fun to kick the shit out of it. Oh my god, what is he wearing? It's like a... I think it genuinely, it genuinely looks like, for Kirby and Butch's outfits, it genuinely doesn't even look like shirts. It genuinely looks like they just took a black shirt and painted on detail of, like, an undershirt and a bow tie and everything. It doesn't even look real. Age Adventures. Yeah, all the friends were reprogrammed, obviously, because it was the whole thing about the school dance. Ugh. I haven't watched the trailer for the new God of War, and I'm probably gonna do it right now, actually. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I'm so pissed off. I'm like, I don't know what the fucking hell Santa Monica were thinking when it's like, the Game Awards are actually literally a couple of months away. That's it. Especially considering the game's probably not going to be out for God knows how long. And the fact that last State of Play was when we got the announcement for the God of War trilogy remakes. On top of that, it pisses me off so much, the fact that, like, Ma put in the Discord, oh yeah, did you know about this, that, like, State of Plays tonight? And I went, yeah, I can't be asked to react to it, there's never anything good in it. And, like, the one time I choose not to react to it, they reveal a new God of War game. Are you fucking with me? What were they thinking? Like, State of Play is such a pathetic, like, expo. Nothing, like, no one watches it because nothing good is ever revealed in it. Like, it's all just recycled stuff that they legit show us the same trailers for the same games that they showcase in, like, multiple states of play for multiple, like, months. Well, yeah, okay, yeah, it's not that no one watches it, but it's like, it's really not a significant, like, thing where significant games like this should be revealed. Like, I'm pretty sure the previous two have been, revealed at the Game Awards. So it's like, what the fuck are they thinking? Revealing it on that pathetic little expo that, you know, is so missable 99% of the time. Like, I've watched about 5 or 6 of them, and every time they've just been so generic and, like, bad. Why couldn't, and, like, the reason I'm so annoyed is because, like, you know, yes, I'm about to react to the trailer, but I would have liked to react to just the fact that it was a thing. And it was like, oh yeah, I now know it's a thing. What were they thinking? Why would they not just wait and show it off at the Game Awards? That would have been such a fucking legendary reveal. Oh my god, what is going on with everyone nowadays? I'm serious. Okay, so, there's both this and a gameplay reveal. Again, I don't know what, this is the one with 1 million views, so well, fucking hell, the gameplay reveal has 3.7 million views. I don't know if I want to look at the gameplay reveal. I guess I probably ought to. But, right, let me, whip up a window capture and, and let's have a look at this. Oh, yeah, that's OBS crashing. I don't know why this keeps happening. It seems to be something with fucking, it happened, the video I put out today, reacting to the Dinosaur King remake episode 1, that happened multiple times when I, like, exited full screen. OBS just randomly crashed for no fucking reason. But yeah, so the new game is God of War Laufey, and it's going to be focused around Faye. I have mixed thoughts about that. But let's watch it, and I'll see what I think. So I can't fathom that they just fucking...
She was fearsome. Damn fine woman she was. Apart from her taste in men, of course.
I can't fathom that they just dropped this.
Best of them all. One's left alive after pay the price.
Death is a natural part of life, my love.
Also, is this...
I wish only to be prepared for when my time comes.
Okay, so this is not...
My name's Jimmy Myers. I'm the narrative director on God of War Laufey.
My name is Elise Morgan, and I am the lead writer on God of War Laufey.
My first experience with God of War was playing 2018.
I started my
Same,
first
bro.
God of War game with 2018 as well, and I actually joined the studio while they were working on Ragnarok, so I got to see...
So I'm guessing this isn't, this isn't what was in State of Play, because they would have done some grand fucking reveal. I imagine it's probably the gameplay reveal that was what they showed, but I'll watch this too.
Work on that game and see how Faye came to life, and it was such a large part of how we began to build this character in God of War Laufey.
Okay,
have...
that looked really fucking good in terms of animation and stuff, even in comparison to
this character in God of War.
Even in comparison to God of War Ragnarok, this looks good.
Laufey.
Do you believe it's been 4 years since Ragnarok? I'm just a bit pissed off that they've just dropped this, like, in State of Play. Again, State of Play is where you put indie games that are, like, or, just games made by small studios that, don't have the money to book a spot on Game of the Year. What in the name of genuine fuck was Santa Monica thinking, just slapping this, the reveal of the next God of War game, probably, like, the #1 PlayStation game in, like, our present-day gaming culture. Like, I'm pretty sure there is not a PlayStation-based game that is more influential and more beloved nowadays, than God of War, and they just dropped it in such a minor, pathetically small expo that, like, most people aren't even going to be tuning into. Like, pretty much every single State of Play we've watched at the end, it's just been full of people dogpiling on how shit it was. And it's the reason I stopped watching, because it's like, there's never anything good.
Stories have revolved around Faye in a lot of ways, but they're told through the lens of other people and what Faye...
Oh my god, that really makes me wish I'd, like, played God of War 2018, like, on... I don't know if you can play it on PS5. I assume you probably can. Well, I didn't have a PS5 at the time, but like, this is 2018. This looks so much better than the version I played on PC. My god.
Told through the lens of other people and what Faye meant to them. And even though we got to spend time with Faye a bit in Ragnarok, we didn't get to know her.
Time is running out, my love. And there is much to do.
But what we do know is that she was the guardian of Midgard, that she was the guardian of the giants, that she had the Leviathan axe made for her.
Oh, we knew Faye was the last guardian of the Jotnar left in Midgard. That's why we made her the axe. We hoped it could restore the balance of power.
But we also know that she met Kratos at her lowest point, that she had Atreus with Kratos, that she taught Atreus everything she knew so that he would be prepared. But behind all of that, there was a woman who held a lot of secrets, and she didn't tell even her closest loved ones everything about her.
She had a quiet moment of life for just a while, and then she died. When she died, she had
Yeah, and that's a thing that I'm sort of wondering if they're going to touch on in this game. I'm assuming they probably will. We still don't know how Faye died. We never got that answer. She's dead at the beginning of 2018, obviously, and we get a lot of stuff in Ragnarok about her, and it seems as though she knew she was gonna die, and so did Kratos. But then again, that was like way before way before she actually died. Like she died. Like it picks up in 2018, like right after she died, and obviously Atreus is like a kid, and all we saw of her was when Atreus was a baby. So I don't know if it was illness, whether she had like some sort of wound that was slowly killing her, whether it was a curse, something magical. We'll probably get that answer, but it seems as though both of them knew that Faye was gonna die at some point, and that she wasn't gonna be around forever. So I hope they touch on that.
plan for Kratos and Atreus. When she died, she had a plan for Kratos and Atreus, something that she hadn't even told them about, and we didn't know why.
She sent us here, knowing.
And we still don't know why. Like, that was sort of a complaint I had about Ragnarok. Like, I expected, because they put so much emphasis on, like, Kratos knowing that he was supposedly gonna die, and then, and like, his sort of almost, you know, anger at Faye for not telling him, like, why did you send me on this mission to show me that I was gonna die, and then I don't die, that he doesn't die. So it's like, they didn't explain that, and I get that, you know, you don't need to explain everything, but that's something that, you know, I feel like isn't something that's like, oh, best left unsaid. No, I want to know, like, why, what was with that? Why was there a prophecy saying that, you know, and we know that prophecy can be broken, but it's like, why was there a prophecy saying that he was gonna die, and why did she send him there knowing he would see that if that didn't end up happening? So, I sort of am looking for those sort of things to be answered.
But why not just tell us the truth?
But they trusted her, and they followed that plan, and everything that they accomplished in 2018 was a result of it.
Looks so much better than the version I had. They really
Players
downgraded
should
for
know
PC.
about God of War Laufey before they start playing is that it starts from the moment that Kratos placed Faye's body on the pyre and burned it.
Right.
And from there, Faye awakens in the Everyone, which is the afterlife of the gods.
Oh! Okay, that changes things. Okay. That's a little bit... Okay, that's not what I thought this game was gonna be. What? Okay, now I'm confused, because if anything, I would have thought that the game would be a prequel, and it tells the story of Faye, like, before she met Kratos. Like, you know, we knew that she did a lot of stuff before she met Kratos, and, you know, she fought Thor. You know, we saw the aftermath of her battle with Thor. Like, I was thinking that maybe we'd even get to play as her fighting Thor. But if this is a game set in her afterlife, what are they really gonna do with this? What's the point of this?
And around her, she's in a lush place that is very different than what she expected.
All gods return to the afterlife of the gods at the end of their life. So when they die, this is where they go. And all magic goes there.
It's colorful and vivid and unexpected and beautiful, but it has suffered and been corrupted and become a bit threatening.
If it's the afterlife...
Quickly realizes...
If it's the afterlife of the gods, why does it become corrupted? How does an afterlife become corrupted?
The plan she had set in motion for Kratos and Atreus to protect them from a fate that she had foreseen may not work.
Mask.
Her priority shifts to getting home. The
Getting home? What do you mean, getting home? You're dead, woman!
afterlife of the gods is inhabited by two gods of war named Bexi and Sekhmet.
And they look
Bexi and Sekhmet. Hold on, Sekhmet? Sekhmet's an Egyptian god. Am I right? Yes, I remember, the only reason I remember that is because I remember, Sekhmet. The ancient Egyptian goddess of war. Yeah, because I remember, her being one of the ones mentioned in, the song in The Prince of Egypt.
at Faye, and they see her as just another thing to put into a cage.
Fucking hell.
Faye realizes that she has a pretty big challenge to overcome in freeing herself from their grasp.
She meets the Cosmic Cube Frank. She meets Rue. These ribbons attached to a sword.
What the fuck is that? What is that?
And she's saying, let me help you. Let me help you through this. Let's do this together. And that is going to be the group that helps her find her way home.
What the
Faye
hell?
is a survivor. She's powerful. She's scary when she wants to be.
Yeah.
Touch me again, and I swear, I will kill you.
She's a great fighter, but she's also very willing to fight dirty. I think that scrappiness is something that gives her an advantage against someone even as
Okay, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the hype now. Oh, and there's a health bar too. I'm feeling the hype.
towering as Bexi.
Woo!
Faye brings a sense of hope and the possibility of change. Her ability to overcome impossible odds is something she carried into the afterlife with her.
You can beat her down, you can drag her through the mud, she will get back up. She will
Yeah.
get back up and spit in your face, she will get back up and keep going, she will get back up and keep swinging no matter what.
The aspirational nature of being able to overcome is something that she embodies. I really hope that that will resonate with fans. To be able to play as someone who can continually overcome and work through things and make it to the other side while still caring about everyone around them.
Come on! No! I got a promise to keep.
If you haven't
The
had a
music.
chance yet, please check out the reveal. The team has put so much work into it and they're so excited to have you see it.
Thanks so much for watching. We can't wait to share more soon.
Okay, I'm feeling the hype for God of War Alpha now. So they did a 20-minute review. Again, why was this here? Why put it in state of play? The Game Awards are mere months away. We're already halfway through the year, and it's like, we don't even have a release date. Why would you not put it in the Game Awards? That would have been so much of a better place to put it. Just like this global event. And instead, you put it on like one YouTube stream. Just like, what were they thinking in that? Well, I'm pretty sure she is a god. Dragon. Like, godhood is... I don't really, I don't really know, it's a bit confusing. I think it'll probably work differently in terms of, like, where you are in the God of War universe, like, whether you're in Greece or in, you know, Norway, or, you know, whatever, but I'm pretty sure, like, Faye was a god, so, I'm not sure what she was a god of, but I think she was meant to be a god. Well, yeah, I know she was a giant, but you can be both. Although I do want to look... I'm pretty sure she was meant to be a god. Um... I'm not sure... Well, it doesn't say on a wiki. Yeah, again, the first thing that comes up is a Reddit post like saying Faye is a god as well. Um, um, some people, some people were saying, some people think that, like, you know, giants are sort of god adjacent, like the Titans are related to the gods, but they're not gods themselves. Like, again, it could be because she gave birth to a god. Um, um, okay, apparently in Norse mythology, the giants and the Aesir are basically sibling races, so, that's according to Norse mythology, not necessarily God of War lore, but it could be the same. Some people are saying... Yeah, a lot of people are saying that, like, gods are just sort of, like, the giants were sort of god adjacent. So, yeah. And again, it's complicated because it's like, you know, you don't have to be born a god. You can, well, no, because wasn't wasn't Kratos a demigod, technically? Because I swear his mother was human. I want to, yeah, so Kratos isn't even a full-fledged god himself. He's a demigod, so, you know. I'm sure we'll probably get more from that. I'm sure we'll probably get more from that in the game itself. But yeah, I will watch the gameplay reveal. Gotta watch the gameplay reveal. Again, I just still can't believe they just dropped this in State of Play. But yeah, you were saying that, like, it says coming soon, so probably sooner than the Game Awards. I don't think it's coming out this year. I don't think they'd announce it and then drop it the same year. Especially if it's a full God of War game. But then again, like, I was thinking, you know, I mean, it's the Afterlife, and the Afterlife is, like, fucking endless. But it's like, I don't think they could really make this feels like the way they're sort of showcasing this makes it feel like, it sort of makes it feel like it's going to be a lot more of a sort of linear story-based game in comparison to, like, 2018 and Ragnarok, which were obviously like very open world, and you could go to all the different realms and do a bunch of different side quests and stuff. But yeah, I feel like, you know, I mean, they could, you know, shadow drop it, but if it's only months away, I feel like they would just give us the release date. I don't think there'd be any point in, you know, not giving us the release date if it's only like, if it's like less than a year away. But let's have a look at this. So this is what people at State of Play saw. I probably should have reacted to this first, but I don't care. Like, this really should have been some... And I know I keep going on about it, but I really just think that, like, this is something important. Like, I would have lost my shit if I heard this. Because I would have recognized that humming immediately. But, like, this is really something that the live audience of the Game Awards deserve to be, like, screaming and applauding and clapping about. Not a bunch of, like, PlayStation players in their rooms watching it on their phones or on their computers, just sitting there. It's just a massively wasted reveal.
Find your way home.
For State of Play.
You are free.
But yeah, it is cool that we are getting a story with Faye after she's dead. Plus, again, if we had a prequel, you know, set, on Kratos looks so cool. Atreus looks a bit weird, though, I think. Yeah, even Kratos looks a bit weird, actually, now that I, like, look at his face. He looks, like, slightly off. You guys see that? His face and, like, Atreus' face look, like, slightly weird. They, like, slightly don't look like themselves. But yeah, if we'd have gotten a prequel, I guess we just would have been revisiting the same places. So, you know, I guess having a sequel, in a way, is potentially more interesting. Wow. Oh. Oh, this looks so good in terms of quality. Oh, and that's the main menu starter. She has runes on her skin. I noticed that before. I don't know whether that's a thing that she had before. I don't think we saw if she had them before.
Where am I?
The hell was that? Okay, you know what? I've just thought of something, right? This is 20... So this is going to be like the first 20 minutes, I assume. I'm not gonna... I'm okay with just watching up until she starts moving. But I'm not gonna... I want to see, like, the... Oh, that fuck... Look, did you guys see how fucking flawless... Okay, that was a bit noticeable. Okay, no, I'm not watching anymore. Because I don't get the point of that. Like, I would have preferred, like, a trailer I don't want to see the first 20 minutes of gameplay. That's like, it's the same thing like, you know, when, like, channels release, like, the first 10 minutes of a movie, and it's like, I don't want to see the first 10 minutes. Like, what's the point of that? I want to see, like, the whole thing when it comes out. So, that's all we're gonna watch. But okay, we're getting God of War Laufey. It's gonna be a thing. I'm excited. Just seeing if they say anything about the release date.
Hi, I'm Corey Barlog, head of creative at Santa Monica Studios.
Corey!
Thank you for watching this extended look at the next core game in the series, God of War Laufey. You know, telling Faye's story has kind of been a goal of mine since we started working on the Norse saga. She is very near and dear to me as a character, so I knew that we needed the right person to see this one through. I would like to introduce Laufey's game director, Ariel Lawrence, whom I've had the pleasure of working with for more than 20 years. Man, there is nobody that I trust more to bring this story to life than her.
Well, thanks, Corey.
Well, if Corey
I'm
trusts
Ariel,
her,
and I'm honored to
I
represent
trust
the
her.
entire Santa Monica studio team. We hope this small slice of game we've shown you today has given you a good introduction to what it's like to be Faye and the kind of trouble she finds herself in the afterlife of the gods. The team is still very hard at work creating this new adventure with Faye as she fights through the Everywind to save the ones she loves. You can expect us to be back with even more details as we get closer to release. We're super excited and cannot wait to show you more of the magic and danger that awaits Faye. Until then, thanks again for watching. Bye.
And it's exclusively on PS5. Definitely worth getting a PS5 for this. Alright. Although, yeah, hold on. Let me have a look at the PlayStation Store. This is definitely not what I was expecting. The fuck? Yeah, so it's been, I'm just sort of thinking of, like, the timeline in my head of, like, development, because I was saying this beforehand. Again, I'm just sort of still, like, I really can't, okay, apparently, okay, I've just read, hold on, this is, article here, God of War Laufey isn't years away after 6 years of development at Sony Santa Monica. Okay, well that, this isn't from any official source. It's from a random games journalist. Even though if they're a respected games journalist, they're just saying shit. At the time of writing, the game has spent at least 6 years in development at Sony Santa Monica, with work starting sometime in 2020. Yep, where is that confirmed? Oh, okay, no, hold on. Alana Peace, who left Sony Santa Monica in 2024, confirmed that she spent 4 years working on the new God of War game. Okay. Okay, this is wild for context. This is the game that I wrote. This is the game that I wrote for Sony Santa Monica Studio for 4 fucking years, and I've not been allowed to address for 6 years. It has to be a complete secret, but this is the fucking game that I wrote. Okay. So they were working on this. They were working on this, like, in the middle of working on Ragnarok. Although, hold on, a quick release isn't entirely unprecedented. The last mainline game in the series, God of War Ragnarok, was revealed in September 2021 with a November 2022 release date. Okay, yeah, that's still like a year. But, yeah, I don't see this coming out this year. That's way too soon. Plus, I don't think that'd be enough time to build up hype for it. So, potentially next year then, we're gonna be getting the next God of War. I don't know. There's just like something that's like 10% off to me about this. I think it should, because, like, this is just gonna take some adjusting to the fact that this is gonna be the next thing. Like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not upset, I'm not, like, disappointed that this is, there is a part of me that's disappointed, because, like, after becoming a God of War fan, you know, like, I had basically the entirety of God of War 2018 and Ragnarok spoiled for me before I even started playing the first one, so, you know, I'm sort of, like, now that I am a God of War fan, I'm sort of raring for a new game with Kratos so that I can actually, like, sink my teeth into an experience fully for the first time with no spoilers or prior knowledge or anything, because I knew so much of what was going to happen in 2018 and Ragnarok, you know, all the major events I pretty much knew, the plot twists I knew, everything like that, so, you know, but, you know, this is basically, you know, it's another God of War game, it's going to play like a God of War game, and I'm sure that there'll probably be some ties in to what's gonna come after. There's still, like, a lot of rumors of, like, that we're gonna go to Egypt next, and I really hope that's true, because that would be sick. And again, I think that's what we all want to happen. But we were all sort of thinking, and I've said this as well, that it was either gonna be an Atreus spin-off with, like, his adventures looking for the giants, which I would have been fine with, or the next story for Kratos. And this was not what I was expecting. If we were gonna get a Faye game, I thought it would be a prequel, but, I thought it would be a prequel that, you know, we just play as Faye during her life in the Norse saga. Mark, with all due respect, they literally said, like, did you watch the trailer? The whole point of the game is that it's Faye in the afterlife. No, it's not in Egypt. It's got a Egyptian god in there, but no, it's in the afterlife of the gods. That was the whole point that they explained multiple times in the trailer. But no, so, yeah, and they can do so much with that, with it being set in the afterlife, like all the stuff we were seeing there, like the physics of the realm don't have to confine to, I mean, in God of War they don't tend to do that anyway, because, you know, we've visited places where the laws and the rules of physics and locations and stuff don't make any sense. But, yeah, that's gonna be, interesting. So, Faye's gonna go to the afterlife and kick the asses of 2 gods of war. So there was an Egyptian one, and the other one I want to say was it looked like an Aztec. An Aztec looking god. Hey Duffy. Yeah, Sekhmet is an Egyptian one, and Bagdsi? Bagdsi. I can't fucking spell. Begsi. Oh no, it's a Buddhist god of war. Mongolian god of war. Right. Okay, so we've got gods from all types of mythologies coming in here. That is actually very cool. Well, yeah, but it just had the one Egyptian god, Ma. It was just like, it was just Sekhmet, but Begsi is a Buddhist god of war, apparently. But no, it's not literally Egypt, and I don't think it's going to be Egypt inspired, because it's like, it's not the Egyptian, like, it's not the Egyptian, you know, god afterlife. It's just the afterlife for gods. But if that confirms that every god goes to that afterlife, that, you know, what does that mean about, like, all the gods that have died? I mean, I assume that, you know, you can die in the afterlife. Like, it does seem as though, obviously, fate is killing things in the afterlife. But, so it seems, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, you know what this is reminding me of, actually, now that I think about it? This is reminding me of the Dark Ether from COD Zombies, that, like, we have, like, we had, like, obviously in Vanguard Zombies, we had all of the different Dark Ether Elder Gods, but then the Forsaken came along and killed all of those Elder Gods and took over the Dark Ether. So it seems as though maybe Begsi and Sekhmet have formed a partnership, and they are the rulers of the realm. So that would imply that, I assume they may have killed many of the other gods that, you know, have come to the afterlife and have challenged them. I imagine that there will probably be some stuff about that. Like, we could see, like, the remains of other gods that have come to the afterlife. Imagine that! Like, you come to, you come to, like, you die, you go through everything you go through as a god, and, you know, it's a hard fucking life being a god in the God of War universe, and then you die, and then you have to deal with this pair of pricks in the fucking afterlife, making your life a living hell and throwing you in a fucking cage. So that's just fucking wonderful, isn't it? Yeah, Mar, I think we'll be waiting until the next proper God of War game for it to be Egypt. Again, if they do, again, I think they're gonna go for Egypt. I think they know that that's all where we're expecting them to go, and I think it's somewhere that we all collectively want them to go anyway. But yeah, potentially, Boogie. We could see, like, the Greek gods in prison there. That would be cool. But, weirdly enough, like, Jadventures, you mentioned, like, we saw Egypt in the comics, and it did say that, yeah, in the comics, Kratos did briefly visit, Egypt. I don't, yeah, from what I see, like, he didn't, like, go into Egypt, like, he visited the region, but, like, he didn't go to the main area where the actual gods of Egypt are. I think he was just sort of on the outskirts, just briefly visiting, and then just sort of carried on. And he does say that, the reason I was saying that is because in Ragnarok, when you find the Ankh, it says it's from the River Empire, and Kratos, who is the one writing in the journal, says that he's never been there. It is Kratos writing the journal, isn't it? It's not Mimir. No, because it can't be Mimir, because it, like, the journal existed before we found Mimir in the first game. Did it, Ma? Well, what banner? What do you mean? Ah. So it's already on the store, you say? Let me have a look if it is actually on there. Let's try and find it. Yes, fuck off. Oh no, yeah, it is there. There it is. Oh, oh, looks like the two gods of Sekhmet and whatever the other dude's name was. They may actually be like a couple. I'm not sure I'm really in love with the giant blob. Like, that just seems like a bit of a joke. Like, what even is that? But yeah, I'm liking what it looks like on yeah, so here's the description. Experience the next chapter of the legendary God of War franchise for both new and returning fans alike. Death was supposed to be the end, but for Lao Fei, warrior and wife to Kratos, a new adventure is just beginning. Awakening unexpectedly in a strange land after her death, Fei discovers the plans she put in place to protect Kratos and Atreus in her absence are now at risk. to save the one she loves. Faye must fight through the afterlife of the gods, the Everywhen, where ruthless gods from across mythology vie for power in a land overflowing with dangerous magic. Harness Faye's speed, control, and relentlessness to overwhelm even the fiercest of foes with decisive, deadly precision. Oh, the Dutch thing, yeah. That's actually quite funny. The Dutch, you know, say what you want about them, but they've got balls. Ugh. So yeah, so it's not just Egypt then we're gonna be seeing. It'd be cool. I guess this is sort of like this is almost a good way to sort of like start opening up the world of God of War, because obviously like it started off purely as a Greek god story, and then 2018 was sort of like a reboot into a new pantheon, and obviously that suggests that, you know, the God of War universe is this massive, like, you know, world of different pantheons, and different gods. And I think this game is a very good way of opening up, now that, you know, the Norse saga is finished, and you know, we're now into this new era of God of War where, you know, fan interest has been, like, revitalized 100-fold, and everyone's, like, eagerly awaiting the next installments. I think, this is a good opportunity for them to. This is sort of like the stepping stone, like the gateway game into what is probably going to be the rest of the franchise. Like, this is showcasing, like, you know, how the different pantheons could interact, and, you know, what they think of one another, and the different types of creatures and rules that all the different pantheons abide by, and everything like that. And there's probably gonna tie into, you know, some information that we get in regards to the future of the series. Oh yeah, Ares could very well show up, but again, if these two gods, Sekhmet and Begsi, are like the rulers of the Everywhen, then that sort of implies that, like, I don't think there's gonna be anyone, like, there's not gonna be many powerful gods just roaming around, because, you know, then there'd be a threat to their power. I think we could very well find, like, you know, remains, or, you know, graves, the abandoned weapons of previous gods that have been killed. And I'm not saying that we're not going to meet other gods, but again, there's a lot of sort of leeway that they can. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of potential stuff they could do with this, like giving us an entire game set within the afterlife of all the gods. You know, we could have stuff from the Greek saga, we could have stuff from the Norse saga. Like, oh, how fucking sick would it be Although, I don't really know how the timeline is exactly going to work. I assume it is... I don't really know how time works in the afterlife. Like, does time pass the same way in the afterlife as it does in the real world? I guess it must do, because, like, Faye arrived there. It's not like everything happening all at once. I was gonna say, like, how sick would it be if, like, Faye met Thor in the afterlife after Odin killed him? But that wouldn't really make sense and what's not really making sense to me is that, like, it said that, like, the whole point of what's happening in, God of War Lao Fei is that Faye is, like, the plans she put in place to protect Kratos and Atreus are now at risk, and I'm like, what plans? What plans did you put in place to yeah, hold on, that's what I really don't get. Like, what plans are you talking about? What plans are you referring to? Like, you did nothing to protect Kratos and Atreus. If anything, you purposefully put them on a quest that would put them in danger. Because she literally told Kratos to chop down the trees that were forming the protection stave around their woods. Like, she put them on that dangerous quest. What do you mean, the plans she put in place to protect them? What plans? She didn't... I can't see any plans that she put in place to protect them. She did the opposite. That doesn't make any sense to me. So it's like, she realizes something didn't work. But, again, from what we saw in both games, I didn't see anything that Faye did to protect Kratos and Atreus. Like, again, if anything, she sent them on the path that would entwine them with exactly the same sort of stuff that she went through. So, what do you mean? What do you mean? What are you referring to? What plans you put in place to protect them? There were no plans you put in place. But I tell you what, we've had a lot of announcements for God of War recently, if you think about it. Like, Sons of Sparta, I'm pretty sure got announced around the same time as the God of War, trilogy remakes. Actually, no, did they? It may have been the one before. But yeah, they've been going pretty crazy. But yeah, okay, that's gonna be, that's actually gonna be pretty crazy. Then we have it, guys. The next God of War game, God of War Lao Fei, and I'm assuming that's definitely gonna come out, I think, before the trilogy remake. Which is kind of a shame, because it's like, I really want, I really want, to... Like, I really wanted to play the trilogy before, like, anything else happened. I mean, I don't really think there's gonna be... Again, I didn't really think there was gonna be that many more references to, like, the Greek saga, especially after Valhalla. But, like, if there's gonna be any time where there's gonna be more references to the Greek saga, it's gonna be in this game. So it's kind of a shame that, like, you know, I kind of wanted to experience the Greek saga before anything else. But it doesn't matter. So yeah. Seems you maybe find we're gonna be getting a new God of War game sooner than we all thought. Alrighty. Well, after that, very cool diversion, let's get back to good old Butch, shall we? Yeah. I don't know, Dragon, because, like, that implies that, again, like, there is something, either something that she had to stop, or something that she had to intervene with on their original journey, and I just don't see, like, what that would be. And it's like, you know, a journey to return home. Like, she can't return home. She's fucking dead. So, yeah, I don't know what... There's a lot of stuff that doesn't really add up. Okay, for once, that is actually, like, pretty perfect to what he wears, apart from the fact that it's a t-shirt, but it's such a weird-looking thing that they wear in that episode. Like, it's a shirt jacket. It's like it's legit like a short sleeve jacket. It's not even, it looks like a top. Again, it just looks like they painted on details of it being like, it having like a bow tie and stuff. It's literally like 2D. It's not an actual outfit. They put a lot less effort into their outfits than they did Max's for obvious reasons. And they're still wearing fucking jeans. Literally exactly the same jeans, too. And what's he wearing on his feet? Yeah, trainers. I assume that was a typo, but it's kind of funny that you typed that adventure just like, oh yeah, we finally went back to bitch after an hour. Okay. Now let's give him... Now, let me... Okay, not sleep. Just give him these shoes. Okay, athletic. We do have something for Butch here. From Torbolt the Terrible. I found, apparently, I heard from some commenters on the, on A Random Taconian that, potentially it seems as though Torbolt the Terrible wasn't actually broadcast in Latin America, I think? I'm not sure if that's true or not. Again, it could just be that people don't remember the episodes, you know, that happens. People who's like, oh, they never broadcast those episodes, and it's just like, no, you just didn't see them. But, yeah. It could potentially be a thing. Right, where about, okay. Okay, there's no way I can't get this outfit right. This is such an easy one. Has to be, surely to God. Okay, so there's Butch. Do we have, like, a sports helmet? No? Okay, that kind of surprises me, you know. That's the sort of thing I would have, like a not a basket, like a rugby helmet. I could go with this. Nah. Yeah, do we really not have a rugby helmet? That's really surprising. That's something I really would... And I have the high school, like, expansion too. I really would have thought that that would be a thing. Right, so I could go with, like, maybe that one. Give me like a zoomed out shot. I mean, they all wear the same uniform, so I don't have to look at Butch. Okay, so it's like a... It's not going to be exactly the same, but I guarantee you it's going to be a lot easier than any of the ones you've done thus far. Like, probably that one is a pretty good one. Just see if there's any others. Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah, that's way better, I think. Yeah. And then it's like sort of thick white shorts. You know, it really is, again, I've seen and learned about, like, so much stuff, about, like, behind-the-scenes stuff in Max Steel since becoming, you know, the Max Steel YouTuber. And it's amazing, like, they designed, a whole, like, logo for... Let me bring it up, actually. Actually, I don't know if I have the image saved. I could probably find it real quick. I'm sure it's something those of you who, haven't seen... Actually, you know what? I probably do have it saved in that massive folder that Spider gave me. Of all the stuff they found. I think it's in concept art. They made, like, a whole, like, school emblem. Yeah, here we go. Actually, no point bringing it up like that. I'll just bring it up on stream. Concept art. Here we go. Here. Ooh. Yeah, so they made like a whole logo for Copper Canyon. The whole like what was that called? Like a sigil. And I don't know if we actually ever see that in the show. Mainly because I think a lot of the writing in Max Steel obviously isn't in English. Yeah, it does have a bit of Hogwartsy vibe to it. You're right, Dragon. But if it was gonna be anywhere, it would probably be in this episode. But I don't think we ever actually see like the logo for Copper Canyon. But yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Again, I always throw in like random bits of so much of the stuff I've talked to you guys about is going to be stuff that I'll be talking about in Max Steel Rewatched, but like Sydney and Kirby are like so fucking salty with Max about like him hanging out with Butch during that episode. And it's just like, I think they're just being a bit like, especially when they earlier in that very episode, they like encouraged him to be a part of the team. And then they started getting salty when he had to, like, hang out with them on the regular and practice. I'm just like, it's not like he's abandoning you two for them. It's just like, like, he joined the team at, like, practically the very last second. And, you know, he had to practice a lot with them. Like, it's not like he's being an arsehole about it or anything. And again, it's the same bloody trainers. Wait a minute, why didn't that apply to all? Thank you. Okay, that, I'm happy that I was able to get that right. Again, I can't really do, I can't get exactly right. They don't really do, like... Again, I'm really surprised that they didn't do, like, sort of rugby attire for, or, you know, American football, attire for the school expansion. Very strange. I don't know if there's... I'm trying to think of, like... Again, we don't have a gallery for Butch, so, it's kind of difficult to see. But, I don't recall there being that many alternate outfits for Butch. I'm trying to think, like, when there would be alternate outfits for Butch. Like, what episodes is he in? Where would they be featured? Most of the time he's wearing the same shirt. Butch isn't actually in that much of Season 1, now that I'm thinking about it. He was in Episode 1. Then... he was in Episode 5, obviously. He was a big part of that episode. Then, after that, we didn't see him, I think, and... oh, no, he did make a brief appearance in Episode 10. Then, after Episode 10, I don't think we saw him until... yeah, after Episode 10, I genuinely don't think he was in, Season 1 until Episode 21. And again, in all fairness, that was a pretty minor appearance. I never really thought about how, few appearances he has in, Season 1. I feel like he appeared a lot more in Season 2. He was in the first episode, I think. No, was he? Was he? No, I don't think he was, actually. He appeared in Full Metal Racket. He was in, Digital Meltdown. Surprised he wasn't in Lights Camera Max. Then he became a good guy in My Best Friend is an Ultralink. He was in Me, Myself, and Extroyer. Huh, I just noticed that, he... despite him definitely becoming, like, he became very much a member of Max's friend circle, of his friend group, in episode 17, and they sort of carried that on in episode 18, like, directly after, but in episode 19, which was Spike Mode's debut, which was basically entirely focused around Max's friends, like no N-Tech, it was literally just him and his friends. He wasn't in that episode either. That's kind of weird. I've never clicked onto that, and it's weird because, like, the next episode directly after that is Torbolt the Terrible, where he's, like, quite a major part. Well, he's not entirely irrelevant. Like, he makes a, you know, he's a side character for most of it, but then in the latter part of season 2, he's like in a bunch of the episodes. And he's in Reprogrammed, obviously. Excuse me. And then he's in the final countdown. Alright, so that'll do us for Athletic. Sleep, I don't think I have, like, we have anything for him, so I'll just go with fucking whatever. Again, it's really killing me that, like, it doesn't 100% look like him. Well, apparently not, considering he wasn't in the fucking museum episode. Maybe he was sick. That's the sort of thing that we would need, like, Ben 10-style pop-ups for. Like, Butch was sick in this episode. How sick would that have been if we'd have gotten pop-ups for Max Steel, like, telling us little bits of lore? Again, that's the shame, that's the thing that's a bit of a shame with Max Steel, like, it doesn't have anything like that. Like, Ben 10, you got, like, writer statements and pop-ups, you know, people on forums asking the writers all sorts of questions, so, like, all the time. And, like, because, you know, respectively, Max Steel went on for such a small amount of time in comparison, we didn't get anything like that. Trying to think, like, what Butch would... Maybe just... That, yeah, sure. Party... I feel like he'd wear, like, a very casual suit. No, casual. Well, I mean, it's party. It's not necessarily... Doesn't have to be formal. Oh, fucking hell, you... Jeebus, that you took your time telling me that, guy. You do, like, I'm just, like, making these fucking designs, and you guys are just sitting there looking at the stream unable to see this stuff. Tell me. Yeah, so it doesn't have to be, like, a suit. It can be something a bit more stylish, but Butch doesn't really strike me as... that much of a stylish person. That looks like he's a fucking manager. That looks like he's a manager at, like, Asda. No, that's, like, too old for him. Again, it's party. It doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, formal. 1865, fucking hell. I'm not sure what that, if that's meant to be like a reference to something. But yeah, so that's what we went for the sleep one. Athletic looks pretty good. Is this not the same, no, it's not the same look, the same hairstyle I went for Dread. Okay. Making sure. Yeah, I feel like he would go, like, that would be a thing that he could wear at a party. Stylish. Yeah, why not? Is there a beach outfit for Butch in the show? No, because Hot Zone predates when they all became friends, so he wasn't on that trip, unfortunately. And there's no other episode, as far as I can recall, where that ever happened. I was thinking about this the other day. That's the good thing about Max Steel, in that, like, in comparison to Ben 10, it's very easy to, like, sort of reacquaint yourself, like, and become, you know, you like to know the episodes well, because there just aren't that many. Like, there's, what, 26 a season, plus 6 episodes of season 3, 6 minisodes, so that's an extra 12. That's, and then, so, that's 52 episodes in the first 2 seasons, then 64, including season 3, and then 8 more, so that's like 72 in total. And then, like, however many bonus clips. But, like, it's very easy to, you know, like, with Ben 10, you know, you can't, you know, really just casually rewatch the whole thing. Whereas, you know, Max Steel, you know, the 20-minute episodes, and there's only, you know, 50 of them sounds like a lot, but you could probably get through you know, if you've got, like, an evening, you could probably binge through, like, half a series in a night. So it's like, it's easy to become well acquainted with, and, like, go back and find stuff if you need to. It's not like with Ben 10, like, if you ask me, like, oh, how many outfits does Ben have? It's just like, oh, yeah, I've just got to go casually rewatch, like, 4 shows worth of episodes, like, 18 seasons in total. Yeah, I'll go with that for his party. Swimwear. I think Butch would maybe go for something like this. That's, like, not even black. That's, like, just a very dark blue. Funniest episode with Butch? Funniest, yeah, it would probably have to be My Best Friend as an Ultralink. He doesn't really have that much of a presence in many other episodes. In that, he's, like, it's the only one where he's, like, actually focused on as a character. So it'd probably have to be that one. No Jadventures, because technically, in terms of being broadcast, the season 3 movies all count as, oh no. No, that's what you were saying. No, ignore me. Ignore me. I'm an idiot. But, I don't know where you're getting 10 from, for season 4 and 5, because, there's 4 movies, and they would have been split into 2, so that's 8 episodes, not 10. So it's 52 for the first 52 for the first 2 seasons, then 6 more for season 3, that's 58. 6 more with the minisodes, that's 64. Then the 8 more in season 4 and 5, that's 72. Well, that would be 9 then. That wouldn't be 10. Okay, then 73. Yeah. It's weird, because I don't remember Fusion Tech being broadcast. I'm sure it must have been. Yeah, and I definitely remember reading on the wiki it was broadcast in 3 parts, but it wasn't. I didn't watch Fusion Tech because they didn't broadcast it on CITV. I remember we went directly from Season 3 into Team Turbo, but then after Team Turbo, they didn't show Fusion Tech. And I obviously didn't see Season 5 on TV because, you know, my first time watching it was on video. Or maybe one of these. No, I'll go with this, yeah. Yeah. Also, we discovered in, I think it was in the previous stream that, Sydney, for no apparent reason, has, like a framed picture of the front cover of Max Steel Turbo Dancer on her dresser. It makes literally 0 sense, and I don't know what the hell they were thinking putting it there. Wait, is the set... Hold on. I remember Turbo War... I don't recall Turbo Warriors being that long, although I could be mistaken. Holy shit. Are you... What? Okay, if this was revealed in State of Play, I may have just missed, the best... It was 23, it must have been in State of Play. Oh my god, I legit chose not to watch the potentially... Oh my god, are you fucking serious? I go onto YouTube to look up turbocharged charged length. And what do I see on my fucking homepage? Until Dawn 2. What the fuck? What in the name of bollocks? Are you serious? Right, let me just check out Turbocharged first. It's not even Turbocharged, it's Turbo Warriors. Turbo Warriors. I didn't think it was an hour. No, Turbo Warriors is 44 minutes. That's 2 episodes. So it's 9, yeah. Okay. Apparently, fuck me, I guess. I legit missed the potentially most hype State of Play ever. I'm reacting to this. Are you serious, man? Of all the times not to watch State... Ah! Right. Until Dawn 2. Okay, apparently this is a thing. Right. Let's have a look at this then. This is gonna be fucking interesting then. Never played Until Dawn, but obviously...
Nakashima Island. Haunted by dark stories. Our goal, confront the evil, corrupting paradise. This is Dead True International.
Okay. Oh my god, is that... Was that, Oh my god, that animation did not look good.
Over! Rotate it on that one.
A for effort, dude.
Who's the buff idiot?
Does no one know this guy?
This is how villains are made. This is
Oh, you two haven't met yet, right?
Sebastian, I'll be looking out for you.
Okay.
Roland, whenever you're ready. This facility has been shut down for decades. Uninvestigated, untold, until now.
Yeah, by the way, just a bit of life advice from your old friend Prince. If you find like a facility that's been shut down and abandoned and no one's looked into it, there is most likely a very good reason for that, and you probably shouldn't go near it. Of course, teenagers getting kinky.
Did you hear that?
It's not even kinky, it's just sex. Grow up, Prince.
Are you out there?
Okay. Oh my god, that is quite graphic. Ooh. Bloody Nora. Yeah, that animation.
Let's get rid of it.
Grip it tight.
Bloody Nora.
Take a deep breath. Fuck! Which way? Steady the mind.
We're gonna have to jump!
There's rocks down there!
Oh my god, are you kidding me? Well, that's a bit of a fucking spoiler, so we need to... Okay, if I ever end up playing this, we need to push Luke. Someone remind me of that several years down the line.
You do what needs to be done.
Oh, is that Dr. Hill from the first game? Until Dawn. Okay, how precisely everyone can live, everyone can die? I don't... 2027. Okay. I don't... How precisely is that a sequel? Especially considering... Like... I mean, if it takes place in the same universe, then yeah, that's fine. But it's like, nothing I got from that... Like, even remotely... told me if you gave this game a different like, especially considering that the people that made Until Dawn have made like so many games that are in the same vein as Until Dawn, like the Dark Pictures anthology. That was a big massive thing that was made by them, and it was basically just Until Dawn, like not like spiritual successors, and this just looks like another one of them. How is this Until Dawn 2? This just looks like another game in the similar vein of, like, you know, everyone can live, everyone can die, you make choices, you know, bunch of horny teenagers, and there's, you know, something that's gonna end up killing them. So it's like, that doesn't really scream Until Dawn 2 to me. I thought originally that some of, like, just because of the sort of even vaguely similar face shapes that, I thought for a second that might have been Emily, but, like, now looking at her, really a different face shape. And I thought for a second that might just be an older Jessica, but no, I think these are just different characters entirely.
Over! Rotate it on that one.
A for effort, dude.
Who's the buff idiot?
Does no one know this guy?
This is how villains are made.
But yeah, they were really, like, I mean, I know, you know, like, Until Dawn had a lot, well, not a lot, but, like, you know, it had sort of realistic levels that, you know, oh, you know, Jessica wanted to take Mike to the fucking random cabin and fuck him, and it's just like, yeah, like, nothing actually happened from that. It was just like, the closest we got to that was just her being in her underwear. But it's like they were putting a lot of emphasis on, like, sex and stuff in this trailer, so that maybe they're going a bit further. But yeah, didn't really get the vibe of Until Dawn 2 from that. Gotta be honest. But, yeah, it's like Until Dawn 2 falling from a cliff again. Until Dawn, until 2027. Oh yeah, and it's a bit of a contrast. Until Dawn 1 was cold and snowy, and Until Dawn 2 is warm and tropical. I guess we'll need to survive Until Dawn 2. I love these fucking comments. Yeah, again, the only way to justify calling it Until Dawn 2 is if Sam is there, yes. Well, like, again, it has, like, people are saying, like, it has nothing to do, it has nothing to do with the first game. Then what's the point of calling it Until Dawn 2? Oh, and it's apparently not even the same development team who made Until Dawn. And not even, well, I wouldn't want it to be the same people that made the remake, because the remake looks fucking awful. But yeah, the really doesn't look good. Yeah, that's, not sure that's good. Okay, then. Well, we had one good reveal then in State of Play, and one, sort of meh reveal, it would seem. Like, if you showed me that, I wouldn't have thought that that was Until Dawn. Not even remotely. Okay, back to Butch. I'm sorry you've been getting the sideline a bit here, buddy. I feel like, hold on, I feel like I've not, like, brought his cheeks out enough. It's like not doing what I tell it to. It's like I'm focusing on the cheeks. Like these bits are the cheeks, not these bits. Jesus. Sims 4 really just does not do what I tell it to. Okay, so that's swimwear. Hot weather. Oh, fucking get rid of the glasses. Again, I don't like it that they give us sort of pre-made characters. Should give us a blank slate. Because then, like, they have all of this stuff that we've just got to remove. If we want it there, we'll add it. Hot weather. I feel like he'd wear something like this. Because, you know, he is a proper, like, jock, so... I'm surprised they have, like, ones for rainbow, but not all the other flags. Oh, yeah, and it's Pride Month now, isn't it? Happy Pride Month to everyone. may you feel represented and safe and comfortable in whatever skin and mind space you have chosen to inhabit. That sounded a little bit weird, but I hope I got it across. Yeah, well, adventures, it really doesn't matter. Again, I needed to react to some stuff in this stream anyway. And it hasn't been 3 hours. It's not. It's been 2.5. Actually, it hasn't even been 2.5 yet. It's because I started late. Maybe I just like I don't really think Butch would be the type to wear a Hawaiian shirt. Maybe something like this. Yeah, sure. I'll give him that, and maybe some shorts. Yeah, that fits. That seems like something he'd wear. And then cold weather. Also, yeah, Dragon, you were saying about Butch having wider shoulders. Kinda does. Yeah. Better. What are you talking about, Adventures? How is that an insult? Oh, not much choice here. Yeah? Actually, I feel like that's the... Is that the same thing I made Forge wear? Just trying to, like, visualize him wearing this stuff in the show. His shoulders look a bit weird there, but I think it's fine. Ugh. Oh, no, didn't mean to click on swimsuits. Oh. Yeah, I guess he could wear something like this. Oh, and it's in Simish as well. At least I think that's in Simish. That kind of matches, because if you think about it, like, both Max Steel and The Sims have, like, their own language, like, written down on a lot of stuff. Like, you don't really see English stuff written down on The Sims 4. Or The Sims, you know, in general. And then bottoms, let's give him some new jeans. Yeah, why not? Okay. I think that'll be us done for Butch. Really not as good as I sort of would have hoped, but it's the best I could do. I really struggled with this one. Right, this is easy. Athletic, absolutely. Where's active? Bro, definitely. It's kind of hard to do, Butch. Because it's like, which version do I, like, base it off of? Hey, King. Yeah, I made that joke because we found a shirt earlier. Well, I found a shirt. Which one was it? Was it this one? No. We found a shirt, and it was so fucking gigantic. I made the comment, I was like, this fucking, like, how big do you need to be for this shirt to, like, fill out this shirt? It's fucking forge-sized. Where is it? Where is it? Can't bloody find it now. Yeah, well, I made the joke earlier. We found a shirt earlier, and it was like so massively oversized. What's in this one? No. I was like, that's fucking forge size. Is it this one? No. I feel like if Butch got older, he'd wear stuff like this. Just figures, I can't even find the one that, like, I don't want to find. No, wasn't that one? Oh, yeah, it was this one. Yeah, look at that. Look how gigantic the sleeves are. Like, how much fucking room is, like, in between the sleeves and his arm. It's, like, gigantic. Right, let's go... It's a shame, because I feel like they've introduced, like, more features into The Sims, but they've not updated the traits accordingly. Like, why is, like, gamer not a... well, I suppose geek is, yeah, that falls into the video game thing. I'm gonna put loyal. Because, like, you know, we'll base this off the good version of Butch. Like, in My Best Friend is an Ultralink, he chose not to, like... he chose to out himself to his friends, and he chose not to, well, I guess, assault, Max. I do like what they did with Butch. I've seen people who do like the change for him, and I've seen people that don't like the change for him. I definitely think it's one that, like, I don't think that it's, you know, a change that was objectively good or bad. I think it really does depend on, like, your, you know, your own opinion. But I like what they did with him. And it gave Max a friend that was a bit different. Not to mention, like, you know, gave him a bit of a a bit of character development, and, you know, there's nothing wrong with giving character development to side characters and allowing them to progress, and for him to be, like, they made him more than just, you know, the stereotypical bully, because that's literally all he was, for the first season and a half of the show. That's literally all he was, but they made the choice to make him not a bully, and they stuck with it too. It's not like it was just a one-off thing and then they went back to it. No, he stayed a friend to Kirby and Sydney and Max throughout the rest of the show. So, you know, yeah, I liked it. Alright, so we have Butch, but the thing is, he's actually the only one of Max's friends that we don't know a last name for, and that's primarily because, we only know Sydney's name because of, well, because she was much more of a main character, and we heard her name, her full name. I think the only time we heard her full name was actually in Driven, but she had a profile on the website, so, yeah, Kirby had his own profile on the official website. God, it's crazy. The fucking, comments on the Max Steel wiki are, like, the closest thing we have to, like... I mean, I'm sure there were forums back in the day, but, like, I've not seen any of those locations, but it's, like, the wiki comment section is, like, a great place to see, like, what people were thinking when the show was actually airing. Like, someone was saying that, that Kirby and Sydney will be part of Max Steel's Team Turbo along with Citro. That was in 2015, sorry. Oh, fucking hell, and that... Why the fuck am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised? There's fucking Dark Titan shit here as well. Will Kirby be used as a vessel for Elementor when Dark Titan kidnaps Kirby after he learns of Max's identity when Dark Titan kidnaps him the first time? No, he gets cloned and the clone is the vessel and his mind is connected to keep the cover. Fucking hell. What in the fuck? Oh. Oh. Everything to do with Dark Titan is just, like, so autistic. It's like everywhere I go on this damn wiki, I see comments about the fucker. It's like, But yeah, I'm pretty sure, we only know, because we know Sydney's last name, actually, no. No. I do remember now. How's this for the eagle memory of Mr. Max Steel YouTuber here? I remember in, I think it's The Legend of J.M. Micro, Although, I mean, I'm saying, like, oh, it's my memory. It's kind of because I read a quote, and that reminded me that that happened in the episode. But I still remembered that it happened. I just got a little trigger for that. I think in The Legend of J.M. Meecraw, Thornhill calls him by his last name. But I think way before that, we probably knew his last name because it was on the website. But because Butch wasn't originally one of Max's friends, he never had a profile on the website. So we don't actually know Butch's last name. In fact, he's actually, Butch isn't even his real name, it's Bartholomew, but, you know, we call him Butch. I guess we just go with the randomizer, that's really all we can do. Rowley. That's actually not that bad of a last name. Butch Rowley. Or we could lean into the fanfic level theories. Ha ha ha. Alright, I'll go with Rowley. Why not? Okay, there's Butch finally done. And that's an alright picture for him. Make sure it's saved properly. Alright. Now, Kirby! Kirbinator. Oh, I didn't do Butch's voice. Oh, well. Right. Get rid of all of that. Bartholomew Kuma. Is there some relevance to that that I'm unaware of? Where's Kirby? Fortunately, unlike Butch, Kirby does have a gallery, albeit a very, very small one. It doesn't even have his, like, his official art. And it's all, like, so fucking low quality, too. Ah, One Piece character, okay. Okay, you should go for the first episode and have a look at old Kirbinator. I'm just laughing at the fact that fucking, like, literally day one, it was fucking love at first sight for Max and Sydney. Hold on, let me go to episode 2, because that's got a kind of clear shot of him. Okay, there we go. Perfect, right. Solid shot of him. Now, again, I think he is, like, slightly palely tanned, too. I don't think he's fully just white. Yeah, I think that actually looks pretty good for him, actually. Okay. Hair. I think... For those of you who weren't there on the previous stream, logically, of course, I was going to do Kirby after Sydney, but basically, when I made the sim to turn into Kirby, everyone was saying it looked like Butch, so I just sort of turned it into Butch. Right, okay, and he's got sort of like... First of all, get rid of the facial hair. He's got sort of... like that hair, but... yeah, it's like that, but the other way. It's never bloody perfect, is it? I think that is more like what it is, in fairness. He has a very unique hairstyle where it's like this, slightly shorter, and it runs down the back of his head to like here. It proper goes down the back of his neck. And I can't really make it like it's like a strawberry color, which I can't really achieve. It's like strawberry blonde, I guess. It's not even strawberry blonde, it's just like red, but it's a pale red. I guess I go with that. He's got incredibly fucking thick eyebrows, my god. No, not a unibrow. Like, really fucking thick eyebrows. Okay. Let me fix the mouth first, because that's going to throw me off the whole design if I don't fix that. Okay, this is actually quite similar to what his mouth actually looks like. Okay, there we go. I can still grab his face. That's freaky. Okay, so he's got sort of medium-sized faces, sort of thin. And it's quite long, too. He has a very large amount of space between his mouth and his chin. Like, it's like up here. Yeah, I always say, yeah, like, people not being aware of aliens, you know, that's, yeah. That's fine, but, like, a guy getting asked out by a girl, yeah, you're fucking having a laugh. Okay, I'm getting sort of Kirby vibes from that. Obviously, we gotta add his iconic beanie, which we fortunately can replicate. Not perfectly, but good enough. In comparison to, a lot of the other things we've been able to... Oh, hold on, what about this? I didn't see this one before. Oh, yeah, that's even better! Perfect! I didn't see that one before. It's a little bit too green. His is a little bit paler green, but honestly, that is way better. How did I not even see that one before? Okay, fantastic. Okay, with that hair on, let me just expect... Okay, no, definitely stick with that one. Yeah. I don't think there's any others that would... it would look any better. No. Yeah, go with that. Oh, weird. Hold on. It's like defaulted to being that way now. Has it? Oh, no. It was the other one. Yeah, it's because the other one was the one I thought looked better, but, was facing the wrong way. Yeah, okay. Never mind. Ignore me. Right, he's wearing like a necklace. It's like a beaded necklace. Surely to God, there's got to be some... No! You kidding me? I'm not giving him a fucking pearl necklace. What's this? Oh my God, are you shitting me? That was here the whole fucking time? I could have given that to Sydney on a prom outfit. Ah, there we go. That's, yeah, this color. There we go. That's pretty much what he does wear. Fantastic. Okay. Oh yeah, he's way too fat. Up his musculature, oh yeah, up his weight a little bit. Don't want him to be like anorexic. There we go.
Oh, what is that?
And his voice, I'm changing that immediately.
Friendship, Stalady. Oh, Sangula Bates. Rainik. Ooh, from.
Suna, Pimep Suna.
Yazid. Ravuda.
Ha, Barner's a torque. Two Kinnick Fime?
Okay, that's good, yeah. Go with that. Alright. Now, Kirby... I'm pretty sure, apart from the suit and the tinfoil outfit, literally does not have any other outfits. Actually, no, I take it back. He has, he did dress up as the Max Steel, the really bad Max Steel outfit on 2 separate occasions, actually. I know that they just reused that, but now that I think about it, it really doesn't make that much logical sense that, both Sydney and Kirby and the costume department of the Max Steel movie independently came to the same, made the same shitty looking suit that looks nothing like Max Steel. Again, I still don't know, what the motivation was, like, in universe to give him, like, a biker helmet. But, anyway. Now, with Kirby's outfit, it's like, oh yeah, and Hot Zone, yeah. With, I didn't mean to mention that, I just bloody forgot. I'm an idiot. With Kirby's main outfit, I'm probably gonna quite struggle because it's like a black top and then like a beige shirt on top of that. Excuse me, that burp needed to come out. Jesus, that like fucking rocked my chest. As did that one. Excuse me. Something like this. No, nothing like that. What are you talking about? Ooh, what about this? Okay, it's not exact, but I feel like that gives off the same vibe, and I could go for that if I wanted to. Like, it's an alright substitute. It's like the top of him is literally just like if you turn the fucking vibrance up in Photoshop, it's just like bright red hair and a bright green beanie. Oh no, actually, I was gonna say I think that's why I didn't mention Hot Zone, because I've just remembered Kirby doesn't have another outfit for Hot Zone because he's a fucking hippie. Because Max asked him, like, where's your bathing suit? And he's like, I don't believe in him. Nature, the ocean is nature's big washing machine. Yeah. Yep, Kirby doesn't... Oh, you can tell by his model that his shirt was not meant to be stretched up like that. But yeah, Kirby doesn't have a swimsuit. He's the only character that during Hot Zone that, like, didn't get a guaranteed new outfit in Hot Zone. Fucking hippie. No, it's too posh. The Journey to Batu stuff is never going to be useful, not for this. Not when I'm actually trying to create realistic looking stuff. Oh my god, look at these. This feel unironically probably be something Kirby would wear. Oh my god. Didn't realize Kirby wanted to dress up as a fucking pickle for Halloween. No. Oh, hold on. What about this? No. Would be good if it had more colors, but it doesn't. And would be good if it didn't have all of those patterns, but it doesn't. Again, recently there's been quite a few Sims, like, replacements that have been happening. Inzoi was, like, a major one. But the problem is that that's in early access, and they're still charging 30 fucking quid for it, and I'm just like, no. No. No, no, no. That's too much. For, like, it could be the best early access game in the world. It could be, like... If I... Like, even if I knew Subnautica, like, if they sold Subnautica in early access for 30 quid, even if I knew how good of a game, like, if it came out on launch, and it was 30 quid, and even if I knew at launch that it was guaranteed to, to develop into this amazing game. Like, it was guaranteed, it wasn't going to get abandoned, it wasn't going to turn out awful, it was going to turn out to be a legendary game that everyone loves. Even then, I don't think I would have paid 30 quid for it. And there's no guarantee of that with Inzoi, so why would I pay 30 quid for that? It's just not... No. You don't sell an early access game for 30 quid. You just don't. It's not a thing. I'm not really... Yeah, I don't think there's any alternatives to what I previously found. Okay, we'll go with that. I don't know, he doesn't... Again, I don't think they wrote him to be autistic. He really doesn't give off that vibe to me. I think he's just... like, they wrote him just to be a hippie. Like, he's perfectly normal. Well, not normal, but, you know, I don't think... Yeah, I think they just wrote him as, like, the hippie character. It's Yeah, I don't think autism. Give me a shot of his trousers, okay. He's a big fan of beige, Kirby. Yeah, I was gonna say I misspoke. Normal is definitely not the right term. Oh. So actually, it's not like beige. It's like dark, like pale, yeah, like a palish green. But it's like this, but paler. But fucking getting that is gonna be fucking impossible. Again, what we're creating here is literally just like Kirby, but if you like turned... Oh yeah, there we go. And the trousers actually do look like they're a bit baggy too. Like they're going over his fucking shoes and everything. And he's wearing like boots. Like almost like this. Or more like this. And you know, they're more like pumps. Kinda like that, although I don't like the bloody straps on him. And more rounded. Maybe something like this. No, they don't have the brown. Don't have the brown. No. God, just imagining walking around with them with, like, no socks on or anything. My feet fucking exposed. I love how Max is so rude to Kirby in episode 2. He just fucking walks off after discovering that he, like, accidentally wrecked Sydney's phone. He just, like, walks off and just leaves him. So fucking rude. These look like they're made out of, like, rough leather. Also, I think that scene has actually one of Steele's best, like, early moments. But, like, while he's still the sort of analytical character and he hasn't developed into the, like, sort of very human-influenced version of himself, where he asks to see Sydney's phone, and then when Max is, like, still panicking, he speaks inside his head. He's like, "May I see the device?" I just find that really funny. Okay, I'm gonna go with these. I think they're really as close as I'm gonna get. Yeah, lighter shade. There we go, actually, that's pretty good. Formal. Oh, yeah, hold on. I need to apply the beanie to every one of his outfits. He never takes it off. Actually, and I can apply this whole outfit, to the swimwear one, because we know that he doesn't believe in swimwear. There we go, right, formal. It's gonna be exactly the same as Butch. There we go. And the same jeans. I think, anyway. Let me double check. And to look at reprogrammed again. Yeah, I think it literally is the same genes. And I imagine it'll probably be the same shirt too. No, not the same shirt, the same shoes. I can't really tell. Yeah, it does look like it, I think. So apply that to formal. I think they're a bit... They either look a bit darker or they are just a bit darker. He looks so fucking dumb. Yeah, I might just see if I can try and change these. Maybe just to change them to beige. Or like... actually, they look more like sort of light grey like in the shot that I'm looking at. And again, they do just look like jeans. Get rid of formal. Yeah, there we go. No, that's the thing, though. He believes, like he believes in them too much. Where, like, he doesn't believe in bathing suits. It's kind of funny. Right, we are over time, but I think we're breezing through Kirby right now, so we'll just finish him off, and then we can move on next stream. Athletic. Is there anything for Kirby? I don't think so. It's like, where would there be something athletic for Kirby? I could give him the Murakami outfit for active, which is literally basically just his regular outfit, but with the bandana. And I would be able to give him glowing eyes if I still had my mods. It's like, I was originally thinking of making Murakami. I mean, I guess I still could. But, I feel like it's not necessarily a bad thing to give him the Murakami outfit. Okay, now just and the tops. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to give him the necklace in all of the shots as well, all of the outfits. There we go. Literally identical apart from the shoes. Which again, need to apply them to athletic as well. Right. Now, headwear. Get rid of all of the limitations. Do we have like a ninja thing? Because if not, then I can't really do it. That's literally the only thing, isn't it? Yes. Perfect. No, we don't have a ninja thing. Okay, well, let's come up with something different for Kirby then. I'm kind of hesitant to put him in anything blue because, like, I don't want him to be too similar to Max. Okay, yeah, that looks good for Kirby. Maybe some green shorts. Again, it's like, it's sort of fine for his attire to look weird, because Kirby is weird. That's his whole deal. But I kind of want his stuff to look, you know, sort of semi-normal if I can get away with it. Okay, I think that'll do for active. Sleepwear. I feel like he's absolutely the type that would wear bunny slippers. Yeah, that actually fits him quite well. Yeah, bam, breezing through. That's sleep, done. Oh my god, what the hell? Wait, hold on, what is that? Is that glasses? Oh, yeah, that's the new, stuff. That doesn't really work. It's not the same as, like, a ninja thing. Yeah, we've got a masquerade, mask here. Take that off. Okay, so this is party. I don't really see any way that I could replicate the tinfoil outfit. I feel like I should just go with that for the meme. Yeah, you know what? I'm doing it. And again, accessories there. No. Kirby doesn't need a hearing aid. And he doesn't need... Why has he got, like, rings? Stop. Again, I really... I do want a blank canvas sim. If, like... What... Give me a blank canvas with no extra stuff on it. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going with this. Yeah, I think this fits with Kirby fucking perfectly. He would turn up to a party dressed like this, 100%. Swimwear, we've already done. It's exactly the same. I don't believe in him. The ocean is nature's big washing machine. Hot weather. You could argue, again, it's giving me the fucking glasses. Stop putting extra shit on him. Stop putting, like, eyeball rings on him. And what did he have on before? Socks? No, who needs socks? Can't even see his socks in the actual shot itself. Covered by his baggy trousers. Hot weather. I mean, just for the meme, I could very well just make it, again, his everyday attire, considering, again, he didn't swap out. But, I feel like I kind of want to try and give him some sort of hot weather clothing. Have a bit of fun with it. I'm pretty sure he wears sunglasses in Hot Zone, although I could be wrong. I know Berto does, but I thought he wore some sunglasses later on. Oh no, yeah, he does. They all do. Him, Sydney, and Kirby. Okay then. We could do a big meme and, like, yeah, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make it the exact same outfit again, but just add the glasses. Yeah, he doesn't believe in the weather. No, not swimwear, hot weather. I didn't do that to swimwear, did I? Oh, for God's sake, get off! Okay, and then the shoes. Apply that to hot weather. And then literally Just give him some stylish sunglasses. Again, really not that much choice. Bam. Not exactly the same, but they'll do. There we go. Ugh. And then cold weather, I will give him something different. I think that's what I gave Max. That actually kind of fits him. As does this, these jeans. Although they're not really good for cold weather. Yeah, you know what? That looks pretty good too. Also, did I not? That necklace. Actually, no, hold on, wrong thing. Yeah, necklace. Okay, so that's on that. Yep, check, check. Can't really see it on that. Yep. Yep, okay. Why is it not showing up on this? Oh, come on. That's sloppy. I'm gonna do something else and I've bloody forgotten. And stop giving him fucking rings! Enough! My god. I was gonna do something else and I've bloody forgotten. He can keep those shoes. In fact, they... What are they? Hold on. They look better than, like, what I chose. Put them on fucking everything. Apart from sleep. There we go. Actually, maybe not athletic. What was on athletic before? Oh, just those ones, okay. Yeah, let's put them on all of them apart from athletic then, and sleep. And athletic. You just give him some trainers. Yeah, I was gonna do something else. I can't fucking remember. Well, anyway, I think that'll do us for Kirby. Looks pretty good, all things considered. Yes, let's give him, Albedo's dumb-looking Omniverse Ultimatrix. I really don't, like, know how a bunch of people say that that's a like, good-looking, Omnitrix design. It just looks so fucking chunky and weird, and the way it, like, goes halfway up the hand, it, like, if people are like, oh, it's meant to be like a gauntlet, it doesn't even look like a gauntlet. I mean, it's not helped by the fact that Albedo turned into a fucking child, like, basically right after he got it. Not right after, but, you know, very, very soon after. Okay. He is complete. Kirby Kowalski. That's spelled right, isn't it? Kowalski. What nationality, like, what, where does the name Kowalski come from? Kowalski! Analysis. Kowalski name origin. Surname... Feminine Kowalska. Plural Kowalski. The second most common surname in Poland. Okay. Does it say anything about, where Kirby's from? Did we know anything about that? I don't know. I can't... It said he formerly had his own profile on the official website, but usually when it comes to that sort of stuff, there's a link. I don't know what it would have said. Like, what information we would have garnered from it. Oh, well. Okay, maybe, Kirby is, Polish or has Polish, ancestry. Right, again, I don't usually like to change the walk style. I'll give him a bouncy walk, fuck it. We've already done his voice, aspiration. What does Kirby even like doing? I mean, he's a like gamer, so I guess maybe thing is, that's the thing about Kirby. He's not like stupid. Again, the Kirby's page on the wiki isn't. There's not a lot to it. Yeah, it's like action movies, video games, comic books. There is a DLC where you can be an actor, but I don't have that, so it's... Okay, we'll go computer whiz. He's definitely a geek. There we go. I didn't change his eyes either. Oh yeah, hold on. I'd probably need to make sure his eyes do look as they should. He does have brown eyes, but they're a bit darker than that. Yeah, there we go. Everyone has such dark eyes in Max Steel. Like, everyone who has brown eyes has, like, really dark brown eyes. Okay, so he's a geek. You could argue he's clumsy. Definitely a goofball. And... I'd say outgoing. He likes to be friendly. He's a good dude, Kirby. Okay, now looking at this screenshot of him, his face is like... I need to modify it a bit. Oh, no, that's his eyebrows. Maybe make his eyes a bit far apart. Alright! You know what? I think Kirby is... Out of the three, I'm quite proud of Kirby. Sydney we did alright with. Kirby, Butch was very rough. But Kirby, yeah, I'm digging what we managed to do with Kirby. Thumbs up. We made the Kirbinator. Kirby. And that's a perfect shot for him. Fantastic. And there we go. Took a bit, but we've got Max Steel's 3 friends. Oh, Butch really doesn't look nothing like himself. Did I really settle on that for the skin tone for Butch? I think he looks a bit too, like, light-skinned. Again, I can always go and edit these off camera. And tweak them a bit. But yeah, I think that is gonna do us for this stream. We finished up Butch and we finished up Kirby. Next week, I'm not sure what we'll do. Maybe the Team Turbo crew, Rain and Alex. Maybe I'll throw Mortem in there as well. Yeah. And then after that, maybe we'll do, like, the minor villains, like Nort and maybe Castle. Can make the Reaper brothers. But yeah, we're gonna leave it here for tonight. This was a fun one. Made some Max Steel stuff and reacted to some stuff. Yeah, neither can I, like Squares. I have recorded, I wouldn't say most of it, yet still some of it. I've just been swamped by a lot of other stuff at the minute. But, yeah, I'm hopefully going to get back to recording it soon. But yeah, again, the movie rewatch will definitely be worth it, I promise you. I might try and see if I can work on Turbified tonight, because I think I finally nailed down how I'm going to end the final fight. So, and that's what's been holding me back. I've been, like, going back and forth on how to end it and how to be consistent with, like, power scaling in terms of ending it and stuff. Well, yeah, I mean, they debuted together, Jadventures, so, you know, makes sense. But yeah, so look forward to all of that stuff. I, of course, will be back on Friday night, playing the Vanguard version of Shinonuma Zombies for the first time. Looking forward to that, because again, I have been enjoying Vanguard Zombies quite a lot. And on Saturday, for the 3rd Golden Revisit of Game Night Season 2, which is revisiting LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. So, yeah. Yeah, I guess it's mainly just because we've already done Citro, and, you know, there's no point doing him again. And I couldn't really do him again now anyway, because I lost a lot of the modded stuff that I used to... Well, not lost, but it doesn't work right now. Due to some temporary updates in The Sims 4. But yeah, so, you know, considering we usually, like, aim to do at least 3, or around 3, I threw him in there as well. But yeah, so I'll be back on Friday for Shinonuma Vanguard Zombies, on Saturday for another stream playing LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga, and then we'll be back. Oh, and on Friday, of course, the bonus stream, after the Vanguard Zombie stream, I'll be doing a stream at like 1:45, because the fucking timing of this live event is whack. But there's another live event in Fortnite, so I'll be tuning into that, and then we've got the Saturday stream, and I'll be back here next Wednesday, making the Team Turbo crew. So yeah, I mean, I'm not a hardcore power scaler, but it's like I'm someone like I'm not really a power scaler myself. I mean, it's like, what does it really mean to be a power scaler? It's like, you know, I feel like there's different levels of like power scaling. Like, it's very easy to power scale something. Like, I'd say I'm a sort of novice power scaler. Like, you don't have to be good at maths and everything. Like, it's not the math calculation parts of everything that's really like power scaling. I mean, it is, but it's like, you don't have to be like, you know, you don't have to do to be good at all of that stuff to be a power scaler, but you know, it helps. A lot of other people do that stuff who are just, you know, more in-depth power scalers. But yeah, I definitely do want to do a video at some point, and I've talked about this. I guess that's where I fall into. I don't really talk about like who would win in a fight. Although I guess I do sometimes. It's just like pointing out the feats. But I do want to do a video at some point, shouting out Max's most like his strongest feats. The same way the Ink Tank did it with Ben 10. Yeah, I've talked about this before, but I've been rewatching the whole show and making a master document for Max Steel, like, where I have a list of all the episodes, and like in each episode I write down like what turbo modes were used, like what characters appeared, what abilities were used, like did the turbo cycle appear, the turbo car, any of the turbo weapons, like all of that stuff, so I can very easily go back to like when I need to find footage for a certain thing. I can go back and search specific episodes and always know where to find them. Yeah, because I thought that would be a thing that would really come in helpful later on. Hey, Andrew. No, I'm just talking about Max Steel in general. You joined just as I'm ending the stream. But, yeah. So, I do want to do a Max Steel, like, feat video. That sounds really weird. A feat spelled F-E-A-T, like the feats of Max Steel. All of his most powerful scenes and stuff. Because there's a few that are really obvious, and there's a few that, like, a few people don't really know about. Or are just sort of a bit more lesser known and obscure. But yeah. So yeah, I'll be back on Friday for more Vanguard Zombies playing Shinanuma. On Friday again after that for the Fortnite live event stream around midnight. On Saturday for more Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga. And next Wednesday I'll be right back here making the Team Turbo crew. Yeah, Max Steel. Yeah, it's not that type of feat. We don't want to go there. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching, everyone. I really hope you did enjoy. If you did, as per usual, make sure to, if you're at least 16, go join both the casual Discord if you want to be automatically notified whenever I upload or go live, and the Max Steel unofficial Discord as well. And yeah, I'll see you guys on another video or stream very, very soon. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, and right on the music end, too.